Hello, Dr. Mark Dailey here. We're going to continue our video series on food sensitivities. Today we're going to talk about food sensitivities and systemic responses. And let me just say before I get started that this section is huge, and I'm not going to give it the time that really is required. But when we talk about food sensitivities and systemic responses, just know that food sensitivities can cause things from aches and pains that migrate to skin outbreaks to fatigue, can cause brain fog, explosive diarrhea, and as we've talked about before, some symptoms will be obvious immediately and some won't show up for several days. So it's very big. I'm going to attempt to just cover the highlights and then we're going to move on. So, food sensitivities and systemic responses. When we consider that topic, the travel of toxic food particles via the bloodstream, and how these toxic food particles get into the bloodstream, well, you have to link that back to the segment we left last time, which is leaky gut syndrome. So we're talking about food particles that shouldn't move from the gut into the bloodstream can actually get there because you've got leaky gut syndrome or you have a hyperpermeable gastrointestinal tract, mainly the small intestines. So that allows larger than normal food particles to get into the bloodstream. So again, the travel of these toxic food particles via the bloodstream to other parts of the body can account for a rash on your arms or legs as a result of an allergic response. And many scientists and clinicians have looked at the role of food allergies in a number of systemic or whole body diseases and conditions. Most notably, conditions associated with inflammation such as red, inflamed patches of the skin called dermatitis. Asthma and joint pain have been related to toxic food responses. Several studies have been published on the beneficial effects of using the allergy avoidance or the elimination diet to help decrease the symptoms of rheumatoid arthritis. It's also been observed that symptoms of asthma become worse in some individuals after consuming certain foods. Avoidance of these foods has helped decrease the number and severity of symptoms in these particular individuals. On our next program, we're going to talk about food sensitivities and processed foods. I think you'll find that interesting. Thanks so much. God bless, and have a great day. Be healthy.